Welp, it's now time to die. It's that time of year again, or stream. Bro, I should have waited 3 weeks. Since I remember last time I did this. Okay, where the hell is it? Okay, right here. I remember last time I did this, or sorry, not last time. The first time I did this, it was exactly on Valentine's Day. I've that's kind of became a trend of mine doing recording or streaming on Valentine's Day. I started, I think, 2 years ago. Anyways, I don't even know where I left off. It's been so long. It's like been 9 months, I think. Okay, so I have to. How many streams am I gonna have to scroll through? Okay, right here. Bro, I actually have hair. Hey yo. Okay, I can't tell what page this is on. Oh, wait, I'm not spectating. Hold up. What's the chapter? Stuck. You know what? I think the that is better as a title. Reading my book from middle school, I'll say. So the second time, skill, bruh. So the second time, I ended up reading it a lot slower than the first. So I don't know how long it'll go. It's probably gonna take 4 episodes, I think. Extremely erratic, but bruh. I actually did it in inches. So keep in mind, I made this when I was around 12. So these are all 12-year-olds. So this is 410, by the way. So that's not small for a 12-year-old. I was 4'11" when I was 12, I'm pretty sure. What the fuck did I just read? Where even was I? Something with Ryan. Oh, that sounded wrong. I don't think it was. I don't think Agent O was there. Oh, you know what? Let's start at the beginning of the chapter. By the way, nice comma splicing right there. That's some nice comma splicing, isn't it? I'll actually make my face cam a bit bigger for this stream only. Alright, chapter 9. Stuck or not? Oh god, I'm gonna lose so many brain cells. So, okay, where were we? So, there's Devin. There's Kevin. There's all of his little friends. There's Ryan, which is like the hot guy back then. Or that's what he was supposed to be, that attractive dude. Yeah, I'm so straight. I'm so fucking straight. Oh my god. And then there's Jane. It says long enough hair, and apparently Dex. What's the word? Is Dextile a word? I think it is. Dextile hair. It can basically suffocate people inside of her hair like a Venus flytrap. Oh god, I'm already dying. It hasn't even been 5 minutes. Bruh. There's the wall. These are the bad guys, by the way. Note how most of these are girls. There's the wall, who's a literal, who's so fat that she's a literal human wall. What else? There's Frankly, who's like, to be frankly, sorry, honest, he's kind of a base dude. It almost seems like he was bought out by these scumbags of girls. There's Spat, who's like the most useless person ever, but thinks he's like the best person ever. So basically, narcissist, but like on a completely different level. Is there any other notable characters? Oh yeah, there's also Agent O, who's the only adult, which is a bit concerning. I've given it the names, nicknames, Agent P and Agent C. You probably can figure out what those mean. If you can't, it's Agent Pedo and Agent Creep. Uh, uh so yeah, this, if you're wondering, a lot of this seems like ridiculously immature, even for a 12-year-old, like the sort of division between boys and girls. That's because the idea of this started when it was much earlier. It just hasn't turned into a full book until then. Oh yeah, also named a character Justin. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Alright. A few hours before Justin and David were occupied Kevin's. Oh my god, I forgot about this. What? Hold on. Oh no, this wasn't the situation. There was a. Oh right. Justin and David, I think. Bruh, that's my brother's name. Why did I do this to myself? Why? Oh my god. Okay, so they escaped from the evil girls' base, and they're sleeping in Devin's bed, I think. Okay. A few hours before Justin and David were occupying Kevin's bed, the rest of the crew is still jammed into the elevator shaft. The elevator was not moving, it was stationary. Everyone is about to panic when they stop your consistency with tenses. Oh wait, I guess that works. It should be was though, I feel like. I can't see this being in present tense. When they stopped hearing the elevator move. Everyone is hot. And everyone doesn't know what they should do about this. Agent O, what should we do about this? Devin asked. I don't know, Agent 2. That's obviously supposed to be O. Said, I can reach the top of the elevator, O. Do you have any electric saws with you? Devin asked Agent O. No, he replied. I didn't bring one. Why not? Devin asked. Agent O stopped talking. He knew that he didn't want him to explain it and then get accused by everyone else. What? Wait, what? Accused of what? Being a pedo? Nah. I'm guessing it's I'm guessing it's treason. That's my guess. I cannot with the pedo thing though. Bruh. The fact that he's like the only adult in this is just hilarious. These are whole 12-year-old girls. There's even one incident of like Agent O being in like the same room as like the evil girls, and they like started a fire and they had to take their shirts off or something like that. I think that was in the first stream that we came across that. Actually ridiculous. I don't even know what I was thinking about at this time. You didn't. He did have a blowtorch, but he thought it will make things even worse. Devin, Kevin said, I have thought of an idea. What if we jump up and down on the elevator, and hopefully someone like Charlotte or Justin will help us? Bruh, that would. Wait, is Charlotte a good guy? Wait, I think Charlotte is a good, well, girl. I think Charlotte was a good girl. Right. Oh, that sounded so weird. You know what I mean, though, right? Don't take that out of context. She was like the only girl on the good side. Sorry, I'm congested. I think those might be liquidated brain cells. Um, yeah, that would destroy the elevator. What the fuck? That will not work, Ryan explained to Kevin. Charlotte will not climb the elevator shaft to save us. Too weak. I'm guessing it's because she's too weak. That's my bet. Let's see. Where's the activation though, Finesse? We need to find it to get out of here. Activation, what the hell? It's not in here, Ethan replied. It must be on a certain floor, probably floor 3 or B3. What can we do? Devin repeated. Eventually the girls will need the girls will need the elevator again, so we could face them the hard way. What the fuck does that even mean? When Kevin said they started yelling a scream coming from one of the girls. It sounded like Charlotte. The trap boys listened closely, but they still didn't get the clue right. Bruh. Oh, the crew members thought Charlotte was beneath them, but in reality Charlotte was not on B1 but on B2. How would that be beneath them? That would be above them. Or if that was already beneath them, it should be beneath them even more. I'm confused. Charlotte was not screaming because the elevator wasn't working. It's because a certain crew member is picking on her. The crew member is named Johnny. It's not gonna lie, it's better than anything you wrote in middle school. Trust me, it's not. There is so much horniness in this. You'll see. That also, I don't know if this is coming from like. I mean, it's easy for you to say now. Although this sounds like sexual harassment. I don't think a girl would just run away screaming from a dude if he was just picking on her. What the fuck? Johnny has brown eyes, gray hair with the top longer than mom. Oh, like a mullet. Like I used to really like mullets. Maybe sexually. I don't know. Okay, this entire gay thing about me being in middle school is a whole different. Let's just not get into that, okay? It's a whole nother rabbit hole. I'm not gonna get down because I'm completely straight now. Like, there's no signs of me being gay whatsoever. But in middle school, and in elementary school as well, not really. Like, frankly, he likes science. He likes orange the best. These are such useless details. And he loves mixing with chemicals. Oh boy. He is small though. He is only 58 inches tall. I mean, that's not small for a 12-year-old. That's average. Well, I was 5'11"? Bruh, did I shrink? I was 4'11" when I was 12. And I've always been around average height wise, so well, at least at that time. A bit later in middle school, I hit my growth spurt really late, so I was short for a while. But Johnny is on Devin's side. Okay, that's good to know. He likes to hang out with some of the kids in the elevator, such as Ryan, Ethan, Kevin, and Finn. He spilled a chemical that he made in fourth grade called the toxic dust. The toxic dust is out of 1 cup of water, 2 whole bottles of soft soap, 3 cups of glue, a whole cup of salt, oh, and a whole bottle of orange shampoo, making the substance have an eerie orange glue. Oh god. Some sort of nuclear reaction started from all of that. Johnny poured the substance around Charlotte. Bro, that's assault. Pun intended. Assault? What the fuck? And leaned forward with his hands down to block. Oh god, her from escaping. Nah, this actually sounds like sexual assault. What the fuck? Where are you going to go, Charlotte? Oh, just Johnny sneered. Holy fuck! I am out of words. This sounds like some of the craziest incel shit I'd ever hear. Sounds like the craziest incel shit I've ever heard. And this was completely unintentional. This was like just supposed to be a bully, a sort of bully thing. But no, this actually sounds like a sex crime. Never mind. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, I need tissues, bro. I'm getting congested because I'm dying. Holy shit. I've never done any harm to your crew, Shart replied. To be honest, I joined 4 months ago. Oh, Johnny replied. Okay, I'll let you go. Plus the liquid around is poisonous. I tested it in lab experiments. Yeah, that that toxic dust, somehow a chemical reaction. Yeah, she did get essayed. What exactly? So, I really want to know what that reaction is with my chemistry app brain. Okay, Shara replied, thank you. You'd say thank. How is she so? She's so nice. After all of that, that's actually insane. Meanwhile, Charlotte was busy getting out of the toxic slime cage. Wait, he put her in a cage? Around her, Johnny saw an electric saw lying on the corner right of the elevator. He picked it up. He started to turn on the saw and let the blade spin. Bruh, this actually sounds like sexual assault. It sounds like human trafficking. What the fuck? Bruh, this is like P. Diddy sort of freaky shit. What type of freaky thing are we getting into? I don't know. I didn't remember this from last time. What? He looked around the room and saw 5 other electric saws in each corner. Johnny thought, oh, was it in like the shape of a hexagon? Okay. Johnny thought he could use that as a backup, though. He picked up the fast spinning saw and stepped over to toxic dust to the entrance of the elevator. Isn't it toxic? Isn't it poisonous? Which for some reason the door was open. Johnny looked upward and saw the disabled elevator. Johnny looked up, got his arm ready, and counted down in his head. Once he got to 0, he threw it as high as he can. The dark elevator snapped. He saw sparks appear from above, and he knew it reached the elevator. What is this even for? Alright, that's fine. Like, what is the point of that? I hear metal cutting, Ryan said to everyone. Oh, thanks a lot, Captain Obvious. Everyone in the elevator looked up. That wrong van, then down. Agent O, I think that's also a commas place as well. Agent O saw an electric saw appear from the back right corner of the elevator. Wait, did it hit the floor? How did it hit the back right corner of the elevator? As quickly as he could, not can, he. Imagine if this was a movie. Oh my god. No, if someone makes this a movie, I swear, I'm gonna give them $1,000. No, I'm kidding. As quickly as he could, he grabbed the electric saw. He turned it off for a second. He wanted to see what he could do with the chainsaw. What should I do with the chainsaw? He asked everyone. Agent O, Devin commanded, drill a small hole above you, big enough that it can fit through a hole, but small enough that we can all fit at the top of the elevator. Once it starts lifting upwards, we can find the next floor and hop off of it. Isn't it broken? How would it? Okay, this makes zero sense. Also, he's an adult. Agent O's an adult. Devin's a 12-year-old. This should have been obvious for him. Called the history of P Diddy. That should be an alternate title. No cap. Okay, Agent O replied. At this moment, he put his hands in his pockets, searching for a measuring tape and marker. He did not find a measuring tape, but he found a black Sharpie, perfect for drawing marks on steel. I read this as something else. I think with all the P. Diddy jokes, I ended up reading that as something else. Agent O opened the cap of the marker. He saw a small, thin point of black rubber texture elements. He reached up to the top of the pink elevator. He drew a circle around about 2 feet in diameter. He marked the center of the circle. Wait, he drew the circle first and then marked the center? Logic. Absolute logic. Then he drew 4 lines connecting the middle of the circle to the outside layer in 90-degree turns. I'm like super over descriptive in some some of these parts, which is so funny. It's like it's just sheer stupidity, and then we go into like a glut of over descriptiveness like this. But if it was big enough for him to fit, how would he escape the elevator like the rest of crew members? That's a that's supposed to be a question mark. Also, I don't get the logic. Isn't he an adult? Unless he's fat, which I'm pretty sure he isn't. Shouldn't he also be able to explain? You're about to dissect a mouse. Poor mouse. Agent O closed the Sharpie. It looks like a plastic covered black mechanical puzzle. I guess that's how you spell it. It looked so weird, but I guess so. He put the Sharpie inside of his black, soft but rough pocket. He turned on the electric saw in his other hand, and his left hand. Wait, I renamed it, right? 1 second. Yeah. Just making sure. He turned on the electric saw in his other hand, and no, I read that. There's a big issue. It would not turn on. Did it get jammed? Agent O tried turning on the electric saw multiple times in both hands, but it did not turn on. How would? Wait. I guess if he's like, I don't know how saws work, okay? But I guess if he's like dominant with one hand, I guess it could make a difference. For some reason, it was jammed. Okay. Finn, can you please fix it? He asked. Okay, Finn replied. Can I have the saw so I could take a look at it? It may have ran out of battery. Oh my fucking god. Agent O is like the biggest idiot out there. I thought he was a smart person from what I was reading in the past. You know, he's like the master, has all of the tools on him, that sort of stuff. He was like the Devon's secret agent, probably hired. Now that I think about it, that makes a lot more sense than him just being a pedo. He's probably hired. My question is, how is that even legal for a child to hire someone? I don't think so. Agent O gave the saw to Finn, who was diagonal from Agent O in the tight space. He reached out of his left hand, and Finn reached out with his right hand. He he took the saw out of Agent O's hand and looked at it closely. The saw parts a circle with spikes coming out of the sides, the edges painted in white. He spaced out two screws where the battery case is. He started screwing the screws out of the holes. First, the right one popped out, then he put his pockets, and then the left one. Two put in his pocket along the green battery case. It's so over descriptive. Inside are two batteries which are black and orange. Finn looked inside his left pocket and found a new pack of AA batteries, which was what the machine needed. He took out the old AA batteries and put them in the same pocket as the new ones. Finn grabbed the new AA batteries from his left pocket, then put them in the same order as he took out the old batteries. The new batteries are black and red, unlike the old ones. He put them in positive touching positive, negative touching negative. He put the cover back on. He put the right screw in first, inside the drilled place to put that screw. Then he picked out his red screwdriver and put it on his hand. Logic? I don't know. Screw the right screw into the right drill place of the screw. And then he just did the same thing for the left screw. Once he's done changing battery, he turned it on. It still did not work. He did not know what was wrong with the saw because it was working a little while ago. Then Finn thought of an idea. Maybe he can wipe the blade of the saw. Maybe something from the drilling up into the upper shaft got stuck in the saw. With his finger, he traced the edges of the blade. It was not as sharp as he expected it to be. Corrected it. So he did not get hurt at all. But when he was done wiping the outside, he looked at his pointer finger, which was used for wiping. It was full of sawdust. Of course it would. Um, he rubbed his pointer finger on the right side of the pink elevator. He rubbed it up and down. A fountain of sawdust was falling where he was rubbing. He then stopped when the fountain stardust. That's probably was autocorrect. It was not producing as much. It looked clean but sore. He thought that he couldn't take care of his finger once he is out of the fortress. Fair enough, I guess. Isn't like he could do anything then. Finn turned on the electric saw. It started moving. He thought that the dust would stop it from moving. Of course it was. Of course. He could not think of why though. Oh my god. He turned the saw back off. Finn got Agent O's attention and held up the saw. He yelled out with his right hand. Finn passed the saw and over everyone to Agent O. He turned on the electric saw. At first spun slowly, then gradually gotten faster as it spun. Eventually, he could not see the teeth of the saw. He thought this is a good time to drill the hole. Oh, I get it. Okay. Agent O lifted up the saw in his right hand. He started to cut the circle he drew with the Sharpie. It took him 3 minutes to fully cut the circle of the elevator. Okay. This has been like a whole bunch of over descriptiveness, although I guess it's better than simulated sexual assault. Or at least as simulated as possible. In a book. He's at middle school. He thought it would take longer to cut steel, but it was proven longer. The steel fractured as he continued to cut it. Once he was done, the whole heavy steel plate fell right on his head. You don't use saws to cut steel. You use them to cut wood. I can't imagine how long that must take. I'm pretty sure you have to like weld steel or whatever. That was not the only thing wrong with the extreme head pain. The other thing wrong is that the ash from the cut out seal went right in between his hair. Not one ash particle fell on his head. It was hundreds. That's how ash works. Bruh. Ethan gave Finn a sweeper for cleaning a secret underground base that he made one with Justin for sleepovers. The sweeper's plastic cover is black. The brush was cakey color from the dust swept off of the floor. What is cakey color? Okay. Finn started brushing as many ash particles off of Agent O's head as possible. At first, it looked like it was raining steel, but after 30 seconds, you only saw one particle fall off every second. That's very accurate. Or specific, sorry. After 90 seconds, it looked like all particles were removed. All the brushing made Agent O's brown hair stick to the right in shapes like porcupine spikes, though. Agent O adjusted his hair so that it faced forward, which was not easy. He pressed down his hair, which was sticking up. Then he tried to move all hair particles to the left 90 degrees. But each time he moved it, it would get back to the original position about 5 degrees left. It took him 18 attempts to get his hair normal. Okay, the fact that I was able to do that math, I'm impressed. Not gonna lie, knowing what my IQ was back then. But it was still sticking up. He pressed down his one more time and then his hair is back to normal. Relatable. Very relatable. I have to deal with that pain all the time. Having wavy hair. Not to mention extremely thick hair. Okay, I need some Slurpee. I need some medicine. Hold on. I need to cure some of the brain cells that were like straight up rotting as I read that. Also, how's this video doing? Alright. Let's get back to cringe binging. Finn, you go first, Agent O said. He lifted up Finn horizontally, holding him with two hands. Agent O is now bending over, not to harm Finn. Wait. Oh. With like the roof. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say. What is the Jester Agent O's particularly doing that he's scared about hurting a child? After he lifted Finn across, Agent O lifted Finn even higher. He got a grip on one of the non-harmful poles. Agent O let him go. Oh, that rhymed. Finn crawled himself up the elevator shaft with his hands until he could stand on the platform. He let go and he's now shaking his hands. He took a big step over a gigantic hole and his other foot followed suit. Now he's on the bigger side of the top of the elevator? What? Next, Agent O picked up Kevin. He threw him upwards 10 degrees to the bigger side. Kevin felt his heart start to beat intensely. Oh, for sure. It felt very uncomfortable until he landed on the top of the elevator with both of his black sneakers. Wait, he landed upright? How? How, bro? What? After that, he did the same thing to Devin. He chucked Devin up in the air, but not as far as the same angle. Devin felt lots of pressures of his heart as he was lifted up in the air in circles. He curled up in a ball, and he landed in a ball. Bruh, is this like a... Okay. Afterwards, Ryan punted Ethan like he was a football. How would that even work? Bruh, that's not how humans work. You can't just kick someone and expect them to fly like a football. I mean, Ryan was like extremely jacked or whatever. I mean, I don't know how the fuck you could get his physique at being a 12-year-old, because I'm pretty sure you're not even allowed to use gym equipment when you're 12, or at least that's what I was told. He missed the hole, so he hit the top of the elevator really hard, or he fell down with slightly damaged skull. Oof. He said, "Oh crap!" Right on his head, then hit his feet and chucked him straight above him. Ryan did not feel any pressure in his heart like the other boys. Somehow rolled. Bro, that's probably some sort of horny masculine shit. Somehow rolled in the air to land on the big side right on top of Devin. Last Agent O grabbed Ethan by his hips. He lifted him all the way up to. Okay, it's better that that's a dude. Okay? I'm so glad that's a dude. Bro. If that was a girl, that would sound so fucking wrong. Jesus Christ. You lift him all the way up in the hole. Ethan grabbed the edges of the hole. Ethan lifted a hand for help. Ryan grabbed it on it firmly. Then lifted his other hand. Finn grabbed his left hand firmly. They both lifted Ethan up top of the elevator at the exact same time. Wait, who injured their? Who was the one Ryan punted? Oh, that was Ethan. Okay. Uh, they both lifted Ethan up to at the exact same time. All right. Now Ethan's at the top of the elevator, which is cool to prevent sparks. Is that how elevators work? I'm pretty sure that's not. I'm pretty sure that's not how chemistry works either. That's not how fucking friction works. What the fuck? But there is one problem. How can Agent O get up there as well? Crew members needed to keep him down there for a sacrifice. How can we get Agent O up here right at? I don't know. Finn replied, feeling depressed. I guess it's the sacrifice. Kevin said, in a surprisingly enthusiastic tone after said they clapped 2 times. He cannot. Bruh, Kevin has zero empathy. Yeah, let's just leave him. Let's leave him. I don't care if we hired him. Let's just leave him suffering inside of a broken elevator for the rest of the time while we have fun. We cannot do that, Devin said, trying to get used to Ryan being on top of him. We'll need Agent O's help in big situations like when we're trapped into jail cells. What can we do? Kevin asked. To everything. I'm guessing that's supposed to be everyone. Nothing, Ethan said, super depressed that he's not with his brother. The elevator must move soon. The girls need it a lot. Ethan was right. Right after he said that, the elevator started moving soon. That's what happened. The elevator started moving upward. Agent O, the metal platform again. Has a kind of tape. He has a kind of tape which makes cutout lines disappear. Agent O put the tape on top where the platform is and where it fits. As he laid out the tape, the lines started to disappear. He then pressed a button which says size 1. Finn saw the elevators approaching a floor. He was super tired and he could not resist sleeping. It was such a long day that they all wanted to sleep around 6 p.m. Once the elevator reached the floor, I'm guessing that's p.m. Once the elevator reached floor B1, everyone on the top got off. Finn got off first, then Kevin, then Ryan, then afterwards. Finn walked off, then Devin got off. All kids are off the elevator. Agent O was further upwards. The kids looked all around the hallway. The same rooms as he saw a few hours ago. All of them walked in a messed up pile. They could barely look around their tight pile. Finn is in the back. Devin and Kevin are in the middle. Ryan and Ethan are in the front. They look like a pentagon. Once they finished walking to the other end, they saw the 3 doors. The one on the right says Frankly's room. The one in the front says Shaft, and the third one says medical care. Let's go and hear Kevin recommended. We can all rest in here. But what if Frankly comes in here, Kevin asked. He won't tell Brown! Holy shit! Bruh. He's not a snitch! There's no way I actually wrote that down. Bruh. So for some backstory, my brother was like obsessed with like snitching and whatever. He'd always talk about people who were supposed snitches. And he'd like hate people telling him because he doesn't like laws, or at least he used to not like laws. He was always like a rebel. Or in other words, a convicted felon, if you want to put it that way. And yeah, he'd use the snitch a lot, especially to describe me. So yeah, that's how that came around. If he won't tell Brown when that one time, which English, he felt when he if we won't tell Brown the time, it should be the time which he fell into our secret room. Then he probably not tell Brown we are sleeping in his room. Bruh, I went complete Neanderthal mode here. Everyone agreed and they opened the door to Franklin's room. Inside is a white bunk bed on the right. On the left was blocked off, although Devin remembered there is a master bedroom with a white king-size bed with white sheets. To their right is a kitchen, plenty of closets full of food provided by the crew. There was Cheez-Its, goldfish, cookies, and fruit bowl. Bro, that sounds legendary. So the fruit bowl was I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be was apples, bananas, and oranges. Inside the refrigerator is a whole chicken, some steak, beef, pork chops, pasta, rice, and why is pasta in the refrigerator? Why is rice in the refrigerator? Milk and chocolate milk, 12 packs of mixed vegetables in a divided section. I have so many questions. Frankly, seems like to be frankly honest, frankly seems like a psychopath. Putting rice and pasta in the fridge. The room had steel walls, as silver as forks. All walls, the ceiling, and the floor are all steel platforms. This made the room feel more like an emergency shelter than a home. Even the dressers were steel. There are two in the master bedroom and one right next to the other bed. All of them have three long cabinets stacked on top of each other with one steel knob each. Devin knew this was going to be a good place to sleep. He just needed to turn off the lights. Everyone is now inside of the room, tired. Devin closed the steel door. He turned off the LED light bulbs. Devin, which one flick of a small white switch, 1 foot to the left of the door. Finn fell on the floor instantly because he is so tired. He closed his eyes and fell asleep. The rest of the crew members walked slowly. Ethan and Ryan walked slowly towards the master bedroom, while Devin and Kevin walked slowly towards the white twin bed. When Ryan was next to the door, he fell. But. Wait. Okay, I don't even know what that was trying to say. He was too tired to move any. I think the one's not supposed to be there. Or the butt. I think the butt was not supposed to be there. It should be when Ryan was next to the door, he fell down. He was too tired to move any further from exhaustion. Ryan then closed his brown eyes to also. Ethan opened up the door. The fact that I mentioned his color there, eye color, just seems weird. I don't know if I'm reading into it too much, but something seems weird about that. It almost seems a bit romantic. Ethan opened up the door to the master bedroom. The door was lighter than it looked. It opened up in the course of a few seconds. Ethan closed the door and walked over by the bed very slowly. Once he was there, he hopped on the bed from the opposite end. He slowly crawled up in bed till he reached the pillows. Then he lied down and wrapped himself around with a blanket. Ethan closed his brown eyes too. Okay, I said it there as well. It is weird though, I feel like. I can't be the only one. Like, it almost seems like some sort of romance movie, the fact that I mentioned their eye color. Like that. Devin and Kevin are the last ones. Once they were at the twin bed, Devin pointed at a wall. Kevin helped on the bed. He tucks himself underneath the covers. The Devin hops on the bed right next to Kevin. Devin tucked inside the covers too. Then both of their blue eyes closed. I did it again. And they slept with their closed eyes looking at each other. Gay. Fucking gay. That has to be the most gay sentence I've ever heard. 1 hour later, the door throttled open. Everyone was in their deep sleep. It was Marcus. His eyes opened, trying to adjust the light. Marcus then closed the door, leading inside dark. His eyes fully adjusted, and he stepped right over Finn. It took him 5 seconds to get to Ryan. Marcus opened up the door to Matt's bedroom. He picked up Ryan by the head and foot. He moved. Oh, this is the part I remembered. He moved him right onto the king size bed. Then Marcus finally picked up Ethan. He walked outside of the room. He dropped Ethan next to Finn. Ethan woke up as he walked back, but when he was in Master's bedroom, something distracted him. Marcus, Ryan asked in a soft voice, "What are you doing?" I'll. Hey yo, hey yo! Oh my fucking god! No. That has to be the most unfortunate wording I've ever seen reading this. Oh my god. No. Bruh. I get that this is supposed to be platonic, but the way I phrased it. There's no fucking way. Bro. All I'm gonna say is gay. Absolutely gay. I will sleep with you tonight, Marcus replied. We will try to escape tomorrow. Okay, Ryan replied. Just then, just when Ryan said that he saw Marcus hop on the bed on the other side, Ryan closed his brown eyes immediately. It took 10 minutes for Marcus to close his brown eyes, but the dark overwhelmed him and he fell right asleep. During his sleep, Devin and Kevin were nudging on each other. It was a silent fight. Ryan and Marcus oh my god! Gradually moved, rolled closer together as the time passed on, and Ethan eventually rolled right, thinking he's on a king size bed. Instead of moving on a comfortable surface, he rolled on top of Finn. Didn't hurt him that much, so the next morning everyone will be confusing and Kareem and Marcus who caused it to happen. Details. Details. That's all I'm gonna say. Unnecessary details. Okay, how much do I have left? Oh, I actually have it here. It was originally thought up in 3rd grade. Alright. I thought it was either 2nd or 3rd grade. I remember there used to be Great Enemy Tales, which never came to fruition. And then Devin's series was like the offshoot of that. Alright, chapter 10, Unexpected Surprise. It is the next morning. The sun's rays are peering over the horizon. The sun is not out yet. The stars are fading away and the waxing gibbous move was 20 degrees from the top of the earth leading to west. Bruh. Where are they? I kind of expect them to be in the US, although that's impossible. The way I said it there, it should be on the equator. Wherever they are. It should be on the equator. If the moon's straight up in the sky. Like that. 75 IQ right there. That's the 75 IQ coming out. Uh At the east is pale dark yellow sky where the sun will soon rise. It's still dark outside though. The sky's navy blue like you would see if you were driving someplace on a road on a summer solstice day. When it's 9 o'clock at night. Oh my fucking god. Where is this? When? What time? Oh, summer solstice. That's the time. Bruh, that could be so many different colors depending on what latitude you are on. What the fuck? My guess is that it was I was talking about where I live currently, Arlington, Virginia. That's my guess. So and during the solstice, it's pretty dark outside at 9 p.m. Although it's not completely dark. Although still, that's like the worst way to describe a sky because you don't know what latitude you're talking about. The dim light of the rays of the sun woke up Brown. She is sleeping inside her house where there is a pink. Oh boy, here comes the sexism. Oh god. The pink, where there's a pink bed. Her eyes jolted awake, and she saw that it is 6 o'clock in the morning. She rushed to the other end of the room. She opened up the door and saw the room surrounding her. The house which Brand lives in is set the exact way as the Devon's house is set up. 2 bedrooms on one side of the upper floor and master bedrooms on the other. Brand walked down the pink separate 13 odd detail. The web is closed out by a ceiling which shimmered above 7 feet of the stair. The ceiling is wooden and white. Okay. I don't even know what I was talking about. Downstairs is a floor made of furnished planks. She walked on those planks, heading to the front door, which is to the right of her. Then she turned left again, heading towards the backyard. She opened up the wooden fence gate on the right side of her house. It jerked open, revealing another patio path. She closed the gate. She walked on the patio squares, which loops around her house. Connecting with them is another path which leads to the entrance corridor of evil. She walked around most of the back portion of the house. She turned 135 degrees on the patio turned from rectangles to pentagons. A dim light made the evil structure almost invisible. That's not how it fucking works. You can still see stuff at night. We have stuff in our eyes which allows us to see at night. Bro, come on. This is so cringe. Brown walked down the dark pathway. She knew where the light switch was, and it was in the main room, right next to the corridor. She kept walking in the dark, afraid that someone like justifiable jump scare her. Oh my fucking god! Oh god, here comes the P Diddy again. No, I thought that was over. Not the Diddy. God. She finally approached the lights. There are 4 of them, and she turned them on. First, she turned on the left switch, turning on the corner lights. Then she turned on the right 3, light up the whole main room. She walked up through the pink spiral staircase room. Everything's fucking pink. This is so fucking sexist. What the fuck? This is so misogynistic. Oh my god. Bruh. She walked over a big volcano-shaped pile of ash which was left over from the explosion. She looked at all the pink walls. Stop! Just stop! Not everything has to be pink. And the ceiling. She looked at the pink. No! Ow! Just left revealing Ryan Marcus. What are you doing in here? Brown asks sassily. This is my palace, not yours. The boys didn't answer. They just kept walking straight, looking below them. Both of them were super tired. Oh. I was about to say, when I just read this part, I was like, based. Fucking based. And I'm like, what the hell? Did they get rejected? Nah. Of course not. Of course it doesn't have to be anything interesting. They almost close their eyes. And it's exposed to the dark sky. Hold on, Brown demanded. You need to come over here to be jailed. They still did not respond. I wouldn't either. Bruh, the boys kept on walking further and further away from Brown until they turned left in the Pentagon pathway. Eventually, they took another left on a rectangular pathway. From there, Brown could not see the boys at all. Brown went inside of the elevator. She pressed down the arrow. She headed to the elevator. She heard the elevator crank up inside of the shaft. The elevator door slowly opened, and in the course of 5 seconds, she saw the silver walls and artificial lighting left on. Brown knows that all the boys do not like pink inside of the crew. Oh my fucking god. Oh, God. Bruh. She was shocked on how the boys even made it to the next level. Oh my god. She knew that Ryan is super picky about color and he did not like pink at all. She walked past 2 doors, the silver bottom beneath each one. She walked inside of the elevator. She saw. I can't speak. What the fuck? She saw gap about an inch wide between the doors. The elevator doors start to close slowly in the course of 5 seconds. She pressed the button 3 to go all the way up to the laser. Instead of going up, the elevator went down. She looked around the elevator to see the problem, but when she was something grabbed her grabbed her legs and someone pinned her to the ground. Oh no. Leo and Trevor are Johnny's brothers. They are triplets like Devin, Kevin, and Kate. Unlike them, the boys are treated differently. Johnny loves science, his favorite things. He has mixed chemicals causing reactions. He's fed properly, and like the other 2 boys. Leo, unlike Johnny, used to be the same size. He shrunk for one reason, underfeeding. He was not fed past or dinner. He's fed lunch, which he doesn't feel like eating much. Yep, didn't he? Sometimes hanging out with one of his big brothers to protect him. That fucking sounds like child abuse. Bruh! We've got child abuse now. Oh boy. First we got pedophilia, then we got sexual assault, and now we've got child abuse. The Holy Trinity. Oh yeah, also I didn't mention. Bro, why are you pinning a girl down? What the fuck? Us building robots, especially combat robots with experience. Zap participates in a robot fighting called battle bots. Oftentimes he helps his dad rewire a robot. Bruh, I'm pretty sure that shit is copyrighted. Oh boy, we're about to get a copyright strike. Trevor, unlike Leo, is fed too much. Their mother, oh no! No! Their mother thought of an experiment that if how much kids are fed matters about their friendship. Trevor's mom divides into 3 plates. She gives Trevor his dinner plate, and also the one which Leo is supposed to eat. This made him grow 3 inches taller than Johnny. Not only that, he stretches and tries to do as many curl-ups and push-ups to try and make him really strong, which he did. Brown felt something very worrying as Trevor tackled her from the bottom, and Leo tripped her from the bottom. Stop, Brown shrieked. What are you doing? Just stop. Treve! Treve. A. That's a nice nickname. Bruh! What kind of child abuse is this? Bro, what courts are in this universe? Oh my god! What the fuck? Brown did not know Trevor's name exactly. The fact that she was not in the same had the same class as ever as Trevor did. He fell right on top of her, making her fly to one end of the elevator. He made a mistake though. He caused more damage to his weak little brother and damage done to Brown. Leo put his head up on his hands because Trevor fell right on top of Leo. This caused brain damage to the little brother. Was enough that he had a sudden shock on an illusion. Trevor, Leo said, why though? Caused major brain damage on my side. If you actually got brain damage from someone much larger than you tackling you, you wouldn't fucking say that. You don't say. You don't say. Oh, so that's not an illusion. What? Okay. So then why are you still talking? Exactly. Trevitt, Brad said he didn't. We tackled me, pulled right over Leo. Meanwhile, the crew members were arguing. The door opened. Of course, for 5 seconds. Behind the door is Johnny. And behind him is Finn, Devin, Ethan, and Kevin. At this time, Leo was starting to recover, although he still had a lot to go. Bruh, if he actually got brain damage, it's not gonna take a few seconds to recover. What the hell? Johnny held up a robot. This was robots from BattleBots, which looked like a gigantic horizontal spinner pod from which had 2 wheels on each side. The robot is gray on top of it. Oh god, it's Tombstone. Bite Force with any confusion relating to Blue Grip Roboto. Bro, this is getting copyrighted. This is getting fucking copyrighted. Bruh, I have Ray. This is Ray Billings' children. What the fuck? No, it's Tombstone. He replied immediately. Trevor, what did you do with your brother? Oh yeah. Also, have you heard? Apparently, Ray Billings, he's the guy who made Tombstone. He actually had a child who, at 11, was participating in BattleBots, which is just actually ridiculous. Since the rest of the people who were participating were adults. Apparently, he actually was considered a genius IQ-wise. He was, I think they said his IQ was 155. Because he was like way advanced over basically anyone in his near vicinity. It was an accident, Trevor replied as Johnny walked in the elevator. After Johnny, Ethan walked in, it stood. Oh, yeah, also the brain damage probably read him as Bite Force. Oh, God. Ethan walked in and stood right in front of the control pad in the artificial light. Finn stood on the exact opposite side of Ethan, but still next to his door. Devin and Kevin walked in last. They went to the elevator and turned around right in front of the door. Kevin is right next to Finn, and Devin is right next to Ethan, with the 3 arguing triplets plus Brown in the back of the elevator. The elevator was loud and with the background of arguing kids. Devin found it hard to concentrate. That sounds like an ADHD problem. It's also hard to fucking concentrate due to how many brain cells have lost reading this. Finn's mind couldn't even operate normally, but could hear the elevator. Why did you harm little bro? Johnny asked, using Leo's nickname. I mean, we have lots of fun with blowing up stuff. I didn't want him disabled. Do not want him disabled. It was an accident, okay, Tech Bro? Trevor said, trying to end the argument. Tech Bro is a name used for Johnny. Please stop arguing with me about that one thing. I'll control the robot right at your legs and turn on the spinner. The legs will fly, Leo said. The spinner will make both of you, Tech Bro and Big Bro, want to stop. The jump spinner will rip your feet off. It's not a fucking jump spinner. Tombstone has a horizontal spinner. That's like the biggest disgrace you could ever give to a robot, to Tombstone. Drum is a type of percussion instrument. That as well. Dumb little bro, Trevor teased. Drum spinner's a wide vertical spinner. Oftentimes go from one side of the road to the other, little bro replied. Yeah, that's not what Tombstone is. Vertical is a math term. T Tech Bro teased. Go to pre-K math. the fuck do you mean? What? Oh my fucking god. I can't even comprehend how stupid that is. That's like that's like a scientifically inaccurate way of saying that like down actually isn't down, it's just closer to the Earth's core. It's like saying that, but completely scientifically inaccurate. How the fuck does that even work? Being vertical, I mean, I guess it is a math term, but how does that relate? Go to pre-K math as well? I didn't learn that shit in pre-K. Probably learned about like vertical, horizontal, whatever in second grade. And vertical is in perpendicular. Wait. Vertical is in parallel, sorry, with the y-axis. So that is completely correct for a model row. Can I say that? Unalive myself, Leo muttered to himself from depression. I shall not live? Oh, this has gotten dark. Okay, so now we've got the holy quadrinity. Pedophilia, sexual assault, child abuse, and depression. Oh my god! This is actually ridiculous. Exactly, Brad replied awfully mean. Fuck yeah, that's awfully mean. What normal? No! No! What has this come to? What has this fucking come to? Bruh! Now we've got the Holy Pentinity, is that a thing? The Holy Pentagon. We've got fucking murder! It's got murder! Oh my god, she's a fucking psychopath. She's a psychopath. She smiled. Okay, I'm fucking getting cold. I think I'm losing so many brain cells that it's starting to affect my nervous system. What the hell? Bruh! Trevor lifted up Leo as high as he can. Trevor, top of the elevator, Leo hold. And a bar Eric watched in amusement of Brown missing her target. Brown had she was focused on the saw, seeing Leo thrown up. She puts the saw super fast right in front of her, foot in front of her. So she saw Leo escape. Leo dropped down to the floor. From both his black shoes, Leo felt some pain as well, but recovered. Right before the elevator opened, all kids heard a system of squeak out noises. Voice of soprano which made the three children close their ears. The elevator door opened. His voice was really spat. Okay. I did not expect it to take that turn. So, okay. We've got a fucking murder. That's wonderful. We've also got jokes about suicide in here. Also wonderful. What else is gonna be here? Holy shit. Getting out of those cells is half the battle, Brown said. You also need to somehow defend us from blowing up your house. Ha ha ha. Spats. He saw which no one wanted to hear about it. All of it was lies. S is for strong. P is for light. Heat. P is for light. That has to be intentional. No shot. Because keep in mind, Spat is supposed to be the sort of idiot. So that has to be intentional. Even though it's an absolute fucking idiot back then. Still. A is for awesome, T is for tall. He kept on singing those untruthful lyrics. The boys tried to yell at Spat, but the voice was too off pitch and loud that they could not talk to each other. Today Spat was wearing a blue shirt with the logo Spat Awesomeness Company. His shorts are red and he's so small it looked like they were pants. Oh my god. This repetitive lyric woke up someone. Someone with Spat would have regret waking up. The children heard an echoing yell, barely hearing it over to Spat's awful singing. Crew members could tell the crew member is on the second floor. Can see those blue marks? Yeah. There's a lot of fucking grammar problems here. S is for strong, P is for white, A is for awesome, T is for tall. That's why Spat is awesome. Oh my fucking god. Yes. I know. I've done some grammar policing as well. No worries. Okay, so this stream has been ridiculous. The last couple of streams I've done this on, it hasn't been anywhere near as ridiculous as this. So far we've encountered sexual assault multiple times. We've encountered murder, attempted murder. Sorry, not actual murder. We've encountered suicide jokes. We've also encountered a lot of gayness as well. This is very wonderful. I've got to do a montage about this. I mean, I have to look through like 8 hours of footage of this, but oh my fucking god, I have to make a montage. This is ridiculous. Right now, the kids turned attention from Spat to Frankly, wearing a green shirt, and he did not get bedhead. He is holding a minor Frankly bomb. Yeah, the piece for light has to be intentional. Because he's supposed to be an idiot. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's what it was going for, at least. So I'm pretty sure that was intentional. Which is funny because I had no sense of humor back then. So I'm surprised they even came up with that. Over Spat and the kids. Spat is dancing on the bomb targeting place. Oh god. Frankly, bomb is a metal circle with a 1 foot diameter. The old bomb is painted gray and 6 mini holes on each side. It looks deadly. Look deadly. Ooh. Spat's long hair swung from left to right. This made Devin get distracted and thought Spat's brain. I'm losing brain cells trying to read this. I have lost many brain cells, I'm not gonna lie. Is inside Jane. Oh god. This distraction caused more harm than good. The bomb dropped from the air. The mini bomb was dropping right on Spat's big tummy. Spat did not pay attention at all, but kept on singing about time. Spat did his first wrong. The bomb hit Spat right on his chest. He cried super loud. The bomb did not kill him. Oh, it was just a shock bomb. Thankfully, one meant for stopping annoying kids like Spat. Based, fucking based. We need a bomb like that. Oh my fucking god. Bro, this is what I'm talking about. Frankly's like the most based person ever. I mean, everyone else on that team is super cringe except for Frankly. I mean, I have my theories that he was bought out by the other crew members. Jesus. Spat could not function for 2 whole seconds. Bomb caused no damage but just stunned him. In perspective, though, it felt like he broke his leg. Let's run, Devin commanded. Brown walked up to Spat. She looked at him to see if he was alright. Brown was shocked how he didn't even get a bleed. Not even a scar. Skin is normal. Shouldn't she know? She's like the leader of the girls' club. Spat, Brown asked. Are you alright? You did not take any pain? You did not take any pain. It's like fucking taking damage. It's like that's all I was trying to write. Like it's like it's fucking Minecraft or something like that. This is horrible, Spat replied in 15 seconds. I want a lucky life, not want to be exploded by a bomb. When Brown turned around, she saw no one. Not even one kid from the crew is in sight. Brown sighed and stood up. Is anyone in the control room? Brown yelled and noise echoed. I am, Jane replied faintly. I'm getting ready for the explosion. It needs to charge up, which will take 2 days. Everyone, Brownrick yelled. We need 2 more days until we blow up the house. Oh god, what house? Ryan was hiding on the outside of the corridor right next to the entrance. Ryan memorized what Brown said. He ran up to the fence and jumped over, landing on both feet. He said the information to Devin. Devin grabbed a piece of paper from a stack that Kevin had on a wooden table. He's sitting on one of the chairs. Devin had to write that down. Okay. Devin sat on the other seat and spread the news. Kevin nodded afterwards. He started drawing blueprints of a plan to protect their house. Ryan forgot to tell Devin's parents, though. This would have been very important as the enemy would subtract population. They could send everyone to the Dusty Rail Jail. He could be locked up. You could have done that a billion years ago. They were threatening to kill you. Brown fucking tried to murder Leo. You could have done that so much longer ago. They're also trying to nuke your asses, weren't they? Any of this could have landed them in jail. Bruh. Everyone except Charlotte. The crew members will lose Charlotte for good, but this is all a dream. The major problem. Okay, how many chapters do we have left? I guess we'll start. Also, where's the police? Exactly! Fucking exactly. Like, you probably see from earlier text messages on here, but there's been multiple described instances of sexual assaults in the story. Not even the story, in the stream so far. It's actually ridiculous. Justin woke up first. He felt a ring of sweat around the collar of his old shirt. He got out of the bed with black blankets they slept in. He stepped on the planked floor of Kevin's room and stretched out by pulling his arms up in the air and putting his chest farther in the air. Farther in the air. Sorry. It felt good having a good sleep after all. Justin saw the dark blue walls of Kevin's room. Kevin's door is white. Kevin likes animals, so he has a mini aquarium on top of his gender. Oh, fuck. I officially have no brain cells. Jeez. Where even was I? Oh god. Oh, here. There are 14 different colored fish inside of the container. There's maybe because he gets one for his birthday and one for Christmas. Oh, he's 14? Oh, Justin must be older then. A 14-year-old attacking 12-year-old girls. That sounds great. That sounds like a good human being. Okay, in all fairness, it's only a 2-year age gap, and he's still a minor. But still, you shouldn't be beating girls up, even if you are a minor. Justin picked up the fish food. Bring it over to the right side of the dish tank, touching it. He read the instructions. Said 1 cup per 10 fish. Because it's on 1 cup measuring scoop. He thought the fish must be hungry. He scooped a cup of fish out of the box. He opened the fish tank and poured the first cup inside the tank. He knew the fish must be hungry. Scooped another cup out of the bowl. He held it in the air, surprised that no fish food fell. Poured a second cup of fish food at once. Meanwhile, Justin was preparing the second cup. All 14 fish came swimming into the fish food. The fish had a food challenge on who is eating the most food. The 3 oldest fish only ate a little and turned around to swim to their home inside a mountain on the shore of the fish tank. Although the 3 eldest fish left, the 11 younger ones are still competing. As they were eating their food, the second cup of food fell right into their wet bodies, barricading the fish in the food. First eventually swam out, but first semester swam out, but Justin did not pay attention. There were no fish deaths. Justin's paying attention to Kevin's room, not only the fish. Were you when you were in middle school? Did you read the book called The Outsiders? No, I didn't. And in fact, in kind of my entire life, I've not read very many books, so I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to that sort of stuff. As Justin looked around the room, the door throttled open. Justin jumped backward in fear as Kevin. This actually, I hate this. I hate it how I have a character named Justin. That's my real life name. Fuck. I also have a character named David, who's my brother's name, which makes this even worse. The loud noises on the jug also woke up David, so he had to see Kevin stare at him and then at the fishbowl. How many cups of fish food did he feed to the fish? Kevin asked in concern. I fed the fish 2 cups of fish food. Justin replied. Oh my fucking god. Bro, Justin needs the math test from hell. I don't know where it is. He needs it though. That's a lot of fish food, Kevin said. I usually feed them 1.5 cups of fish food in the morning every day. The fish usually eat it as the day go on. I thought no one was feeding the poor fishes, Justin replied. They looked hungry. My mom feeds them every day, Kevin replied, since I was gone. Fish are always hungry, so that's why the fish are eating so much. Still, 2 cups is a little much for small creatures like them. Alright, Justin replied. Don't feed them again without permission. Yes, I get arrested by non-existent police. Alright, let's see. David hopped on the black sheeted bed and jumped on the floor, landing on both feet. David followed Justin, who is following Kevin to the backyard. We got a plan for saving this house, Kevin said. We will make a huge water tank in between the bomb gun and the house. The girls did not make the once at the time turret agile, sorry. So we'll shoot the exact same direction as the turret is facing now. The boys kept on following Kevin. They agreed in their minds that they are ready to start building the contraption. I'm just gonna say they were talking about. I'm guessing that's what I mean. They were talking about how the turret is not agile. It's hard to believe, but do not have any turning device visible from outside. Yeah, I do play chess. How do you know? David asked. Marcus went up the machine before joining us in the shaft, Kevin explained. It did not have any moving gears, so it can't turn. He and Ryan left, so it is just up for me, you two, Finn and Devin. For me, you two, Finn, Devin, and Ethan to finish the build. That's 3 people. That's not 2 people. Bro, this is a 75 IQ coming in here. Bro! Alright. We already have blueprints, and we made the, is this fucking Forge of Empires? Bro! We made the outer rim, but we need as much help from build as we can possibly get. The inside of the tank is water to prevent the flames from spreading. You know, they need an arc. I think they need an arc to get more blueprints. It's probably going to be the solution. David nodded in agreement. The 3 boys are walking down the wooden stairs to the main floor. David and Justin were looking out of the window at the top of the stairwell. They saw the sunshine right through it, illuminating the whole stairwell. The boys walked on the last step and then the floor. All boys looked to the left. They started walking left to the front door. All the boys that took right, then the left. The door opened, and outside is the front yard. They saw the Icers car. I forgot that Devin and Kevin's last name were the Icers. That's such a weird last name. Side of the driveway, and the Icers' work car is a small commuter Honda. The boys did a wide U-turn and went the opposite direction with the patio to the right. That's to the left. Wait, they're driving? Hey, yo! We've got 12-year-olds driving! We've got underage driving! Alright. So, now it's the holy hexagon. pedophilia. No, wait. Holy hexagon. Pedophilia, sexual assault, suicide, murder, child abuse, and underage driving. Wonderful. Oh boy. Boys continued walking straight with consistent footsteps. It was like a march as they took each footstep at the same time. Underage driving, that's another one to the criminal history. Exactly. Kevin opened the gate all the way to the right. He walked to the tip of the gate, which is in the backyard, and stood in front of it. The gate looked like a 6-foot long and 4-foot tall panel of wood pointing up. At the top of it is a semicircle. The gate is pale brown, almost like a dark orange. What? Okay. David and hold on, what page are we on? David and Justin saw what Kevin meant. There is a metal oval between the house and the villainous machine. It is 12 feet long, 8 feet wide, and the cement is 1 foot tall. Next to it is a cement truck. Behind it is a wooden table. Behind it is a wooden table in the shape of a quadrillion or a quadrilateral of a vertical trapezoid. What the fuck am I even talking about? Whatever place they're in has no police, maybe. Maybe even though it was. Yeah, no shit, this thing. Oh, I muted myself. Yeah, no shit. This place is no. Their laws are slack. Their law enforcement is slacking. Yeah, I'm oddly specific about a lot of things. And let me tell you, there's been things I've been oddly specific about, which were much worse. With two 90-degree angles, it is 3.5 It's 3.5, 4.5 feet tall, 3 feet long. That's a weird way to put it. And 7 feet wide. On top of it is two 8.5 by 11-inch papers, which were clipped on the bottom. It's actually the size of a normal sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. How I know? Don't ask. On the bottom is two sharp pencils touching each other, tip by tip. I'm guessing that's what I meant there. By tip touching eraser. Beneath it is two cabinets, each 3 by 3 by 3 feet big. We'll do that, Justin said. We hooked our groundwater tube to the build, so once it is ready, we can fill it up easy, Devin said. Who is it? We're gonna assault them with water? Ah, cool. Who is inside that cement truck? David asked. Shh, Devin said. Then he whispered in David's ears. Finn is inside of the truck. When he was young, he left in the country and drove his dad's truck around. Wait, what? What? I've heard that you can actually, if you're underage, you can drive on your parents' property. But still, that's so fucking weird. Just thinking about a 5-year-old driving a truck. David did not respond. He stood there with his arms crossed and his mouth shut. Then he shook his head. That'll be a problem, David said finally. He can possibly crash the cement truck and we can't build the machine anymore. That won't happen, Devin replied. Finn did not turn off the brake, so it shall remain still as long as he did not switch it back. David said nothing again. He just stared at Devin. David did not believe at all what Devin just said. David looked to the right. He did not see Justin. Justin left to start building the frame of the model. David looked at the frame in astonishment. And then he accidentally crashes into the house. The end. David looked at the frame in astonishment. He saw that Devin is walking over there also. You know, I think the amount of brain cells I've lost is making my dyslexia a million times worse because now I'm just starting to lose where I am on these paragraphs. David felt like he should have kept walking forward 3 feet. He followed Devin for building the frame. David walked there 2 miles per hour. Took 10 seconds to go there. David saw a pile of wood to the left of him. He saw the cement truck to the right where Finn was waving at him. David walked over to a pile of white brown pile of wood. He picked up a large wood stick, which is dark yellow. That's an odd color for a wooden stick. David gave the piece of wood to Kevin, who was attached to a crane Agent O is operating. Okay, he got the adult there. Good. Good. Agent O is an adult who we don't know how he ended up with this group of 12-year-olds, but he did somehow. And he's basically like the secret agent who knows and has everything on him at all times. I think I got him from Agent M from Phineas and Ferb. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Is he a creep? Is he a pedo? I don't know. Isn't Dark Yellow brown? Not really. I mean, it kind of is, but not really. David gave pastewood to Kevin, who was attached to Crane Agent O's operating cave. Kevin is sitting inside of a wooden basket with brown ropes attached to the end. The brown ropes went up to 40 feet above him in an orange crane labeled the crew name on fire in white plate paint. Most of the neighbor's crew members are asleep by now. He slept throughout the time once the boys built most of the structure. This is actually some Phineas and Ferb shit right here. What? Tell me they're building this like massive structure in one day? Everyone was surprised that they were still asleep. The fact that the cement truck made so much noise. It's now 9 o'clock in the morning. Making it strange that the crew members of the enemy Brown were still asleep. Brown is the only one awake, knocking around the big machines of hers. It's now 11 o'clock in the morning. Progress is going well on Devon's side. Frame is complete. The crew members filled in the gaps. Now looks like a wooden structure. Finn is pouring the cement all over the outside of the building. The boys made another no-gap barrier on the outside of the structure to control the cement. The building frame is 30 feet high and 20 feet of it is covered with cement. I don't know what that was about, but I completely lost track. Okay, whatever. So we start the pump, Agent O. I yelled to Devin, who was with Kevin on the crane, picking up the black tube that the cement's pouring out of. I think you need a pillar for it to build something not in your property. Oh, this isn't their property. That's the thing. This was all in their property. Agent O is turning the top of the crane in circles to match up the hole for cement, which is as big as a basket of the icers are sitting in. What does that even mean? I have no clue. As they turn, they both realize that the cement is uneven. One side facing the neighbor's structure, it was 20 feet high. On the opposite side, structure is only 15 feet high. How would you just notice that? Devin and Kevin waited as the crane moved them to the back side of the building. Devin yelled to Agent O when they were at the back of the building. Stop! Devin yelled at Agent O. Stop! You're violating the law! Agent O stopped moving. He is confused why Devin yelled that, but he listened to him. Bro, fucking beta. You actually listen to a 12... Imagine you're an adult, 18 at least, right? And you listen to a 12-year-old yell stop at you. That's actually pathetic. How much more is this chapter? Oh, yeah. This is a long chapter. Oh, fuck. Okay. I put my full name there. Oops. I put my full real life name there. God. I should have probably been more aware of that. To be honest. No. No! No way! I completely lost track where it was, and I ran into that. Okay. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what I just saw. You're just gonna have to wait. The orange and white crane stopped turning. At first, Devin and Kevin swung left to right. Yeah, I definitely should have. I should have just deleted it temporarily. I'm probably gonna unlist this stream since that did happen. I'm gonna do that after the stream ends. I still will have clips of the stream from the montage, but it's gonna be unlisted. But then the rope stopped swinging and the basket stayed there still. Agent O is surprised that the pump did not fall out of their hands. As the concrete was pouring out of it, Devin barely saw that there was a balcony on top of the machine. It is gray. The balcony has a steel table in the center. Around it are 4 chairs, and 2 of them are occupied. The balcony is in the shape of a perfect 12 by 12 foot square. The balcony is carved 4 inches beneath the roof of the machine. On the outside are some barriers about 1 foot high marking the edge. Sitting on the chairs are 2 evil crew members. One is to the left of the face machine. The other one's to the right of the machine. There's 1 boy and 1 girl up there. Devin jumped to the roof of the model. Take a closer look. He crawled off the roof, knowing the frame is sturdy. Devin crawled over to the other end of the frame. On that side, he saw the balcony more clearly. It was close enough to Devin to hear him. Heard him. Devin looked around at the square on top of the machine. He saw 2 figures. One of them was long, curly black hair, wearing a sweatshirt. The other one looked like a gigantic oval. No way they brought the wall inside of a crane. That shit would probably break. You run ahead, didn't you? Devin jumped to the roof to make a closer look. He crawled to the roof knowing for him. Oh, wait. On the side, it became. Alright. The other one looked like a gigantic O from a distance. Devin thought the green one must have been Franklin. The other one with the long brown hair must be Jane. Jane is fat. Bruh. I thought Jane was like really skinny. I think it's Spat though. The other one. I could be wrong. Devin thought that the green was. Yeah. Or sorry. Spat called the police because of the building they are building, Jane said loudly to Franklin in her Hispanic accent. That is such an unnecessary detail. Yeah, now the police are involved. This was exactly what I read ahead of accidentally, if you're wondering. Why, Franklin? It causes more damage to us than them. Because Spat is self-centered, Jane replied with an accent. He thinks all of our crew members will get arrested, but... all of their crew members will get arrested, but he's probably the one who's going to be arrested. Jane pointed straight to the building that all of the members are making. What is that? I don't know, Franklin replied. They're probably doing something to stop us. I don't know what they're doing, but the bomb gun is not agile, so it cannot turn. Thanks so much to Brown and Spat. Plus, Devin has been overhearing our whole conversation. Franklin pointed straight at Devin. Devin turned around in his knee and hand crawling position and started walking the other way. Devin thought he hears something from Jane or she would go up there and prison him once again. Yeah, they probably did always 10 crimes. That's an underestimation. Bro, at the first part, they were literally strapped to walls. The good guys crew. They're literally strapped to walls with nuclear weapons behind them. Yes, nukes. So basically, the entire building will be destroyed. I did not see him, Jane replied. Where is he? He used to be on top of their build, but now I cannot see him, Frankly explained. Devin is now on the opposite side end of the build. He's sighed of relief that Jane did not spot him, and he was relieved on how Jessica did not believe, frankly, on anything he was saying. Wait, who's Jessica? Uh, what's Jessica doing? Sounds like the DPRK. Yeah, for real. They've got their own DPRK running. Devin hopped in the basket that the crane was holding. The basket. I'm becoming southern, am I? The the basket bobbed up and down like a bungee cord. Kevin is so afraid that the basket was going to fall inside the cement. How's it going, bro? Devin asked Kevin. It looks level now, Kevin replied. It's time for us to start rotating again. Agent O, start moving the crane again, Kevin yelled, looking upward. Alright, Agent O replied from the crane. Agent O started rotating the machine. Again, at first, Devin and Kevin twitched. Then the two triplets got used to it and started moving with the pace, with the cement spewing out of it. Grab on it tight, Kevin said. Sorry, shouted. I cannot hold on it for much longer. Grab it as tight as you can. Boomerang John Un would be happy. You call me Boom Jong Un. Yeah, that is a ring to it. Boom Jong Un. Devin wrapped his arms around the tube. He grabbed on the top and bottom really tightly, knowing Kevin needs a break. He struggled holding on to it, but he held on it long enough that Kevin's arms are ready to handle it again. I'm grabbing it again, Kevin said to Devin. Do it, Devin replied. I need help. This thing is heavy. The tube must be metal. It's not the tube which is weighing the most, Kevin replied. It's the cement inside of it. Okay, Devin tried to say, but the wind picked up and his voice painted out. Even though it was hard to hear, Kevin still heard his brother. 30 minutes later, the cement covered up the whole top of the building and all the sides. The boys are 15 feet beneath the top of the crane. Wait, so they're pouring cement on top of each other? Or on top of them? What? That makes zero sense. Kevin looked downward, seeing the orange base of the crane. The wind stopped, making it easier to communicate. The frame was still up, and the water is pumped 20 feet high. They're making great progress on the build of protection. The boys never needed to build something immediately, nor for protection. Most of the builds were for fun. We're done, Kevin yelled downward to Agent O, who was still controlling the crane. Finn, Agent O yelled to the left where there was a cement truck. Stop producing cement. Okay, Finn said. Devin and Kevin saw the cement stop spewing, and the rough black tube felt way later. Both boys knew it worked. It just needed to land safely. As they thought of what happened, the basket is lifting up. Before a rope started to contract, the boys elevated. Agent O lifted the boys up 5 feet beneath the crane's head. They were only 5.5 feet beneath the top of the crane. Both boys stood up. Both of them grabbed their rope with their non-dominant hand, and the other has a hand reached to the top of the crane. They both can touch the top of the crane right now. The moment only lasted 30 seconds, though. Then the basket started moving downward at 2 miles an hour. That's actually extremely fast. How many feet per second is that? That's like 5 feet per second. Bro, that must have felt like a roller coaster. Devin and Kevin hopped from their position to get used to the sun direction change. Then the boys took a seat inside the basket. As the cement truck stopped and the cement pup hit the floor, a siren started to beep. It sounded like a police car. The police car was so loud that even Kevin heard it. 10 seconds later, Devin and Kevin could hear silence. Speeding in a basket. They're flashing blue and white. The police car is white with a black line right beneath it. When the St. County Police. The police officers opened up the curved doors of the car at the front. There are two officers in black suits. They both are tall and they both have black heads and eyes. On the left of them, they had name tags. One said Mercury and the other said Eli. What's that? Eli asked himself, pointing at the defense system. Eli, it's not their fault, said Mercury. Over there, it looks like a turret. Mercury is pointing at the machine the girls made. Mercury is a good name for a cop. Definitely. This is Devin's house, Eli said to Mercury. They're reporting about the defense system. I did not want to arrest any of them. I hang out with Agent O every Friday to eat dinner with him. I do not want to feel upset about us. It's the girl's fault, Mercury held. That thing looks like a turret. Plus, one of them called us to arrest them. They shall be arrested for waste of time. It was not a girl who called me, Eli reported. It was a boy, an annoying boy. Spat! Nonsense, Mercury repeated angrily. We can't even lift him up. We need to drag him with cuffs on his hands. I will take for. He weighs 350 pounds! Holy shit! That's actually egregious. Consider the fact that he's like 12 or whatever. Bruh. I didn't expect him to be that fat. Also, like, I don't even know if I've ever met anyone. Well, actually, there was one girl during the chem class who was like 300-ish pounds, maybe a bit larger. Although she was tall. She was like my height. Uh, Spud is short. He's like 4'5". He's 350 pounds. Wait, how's he even mobile? How's he even mobile in the first place? We will once I command a third person. Do I reply with a grin? Agent O, please help us lift Spat and put him in a car. Yeah, Agent O replied with the window opened. The boys are now on the ground. I'll be there right now. Agent O ran to the side of the house next to the neighbor's house where the cops are. It took him 10 seconds to get there. What's going on, cops? Agent O asked. We need a help to lift Spat up off the ground and move his blob-shaped body inside of the car. Mercury replied. Wait a moment, Agent O said. Eli, what are you doing here? You're a police officer, but I did not expect to see you there. And are you Mercury? Agent O pointed at Mercury. Yes, Mercury replied. We'll need to sneak it on this side of the patio. Go inside the structure that way. I haven't met the Stars, Brats, Bombastic Meanie, and the Pello Peril family. The Relax have so I don't know what those are actual real names. Holy shit! What was I thinking with those last names? The Brats. The Brats. That has to be Spat's family. No shit. Alright. I actually haven't looked at Chad in a while. I do not want to arrest him. Also, Devin committing 10 crimes. Exactly. To be honest, I think in all fairness, they committed less crimes than the girls. I think the girls committed more crimes. I mean, they didn't commit sexual assaults, but they committed other crimes. Must have eaten all of the McDonald's. I feel like even if you like had the slowest metabolism and eaten as much McDonald's as possible, you still wouldn't be that big. I mean, and seeing how much seeing that Spat's still mobile, it makes zero sense as well. He should be barely mobile, I think. Like I said, I knew a girl around that size from chemistry. She was a partner of mine. Uh, don't ask what happened. Don't ask. But like I said, she was tall. She was I'm 5'9", and she was roughly as tall as I was. So like the fact that he's short and that size, I if you're wondering about that girl, I don't know much about her eating habits. I just remember her asking me to get a beer with her because she was feeling like really hungry um after the lab session. Originally, it's a snack. She asked to get a snack somewhere, and I said yeah, sure. And then she asked if I want to get beer, and I don't want to drink underage, so I was like, no. So I just said I explained that I just don't want to drink at the current moment. I think she took that as a rejection because she didn't really she kind of backed off a bit from me from then. The funniest part though is after she asked me that to get a beer, she then asked my chem professor the same question. And the chem professor said, only if you pass the class. And apparently she's like failed the class multiple times. So that was kind of savage. By the way, the chem professor's like 70. He's like 60 or 70. He's like this old dude. Anyways, I've gotten really sidetracked. Oh yeah, also a weird part about her is that she was one of those people who's like she was weirdly hostile at me at first. Until we were all of a sudden assigned lab partners one day. Then then all that shit happened. Oh yeah, but also she knew I was 19 at the time when that happened. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sure, sure. All right. Yeah. Mhm. Good night. All right. I need to take it down a bit, then um but she knew I was 19 at that time. She so she knew I was underage to drink. She was 22 by the way. Now I know what you're thinking. A senior asking out a freshman. It's different in college. I know in high school, I mean, yeah, it's technically legal, but it's weird. That's not really the case in college. That's kind of normal in college. So, anyways, yeah, that's that rant. Although when it comes to what she eats, I mean, I think she is an. I do think she has an addiction to alcohol, from what I've heard. So that could be part of it. She probably also eats a lot of crap as well. I don't know. Anyways, I never knew the. Let's continue on. Enough with that girl. Um, what's your daily girl story? I never knew the last names of them. Eli replied. Is it Brown Staller, Charlotte? Oh wait, Charlotte Staller, Jane Pello Peril. Was I trying to make like a Hispanic last name then? Because that did not work. It sounds more Italian, but if it was Italian, it wouldn't end with a consonant. Frankly bombastic. Franklin's last name is bombastic. That's perfect. I don't know if that was intentional, but Spat Brat. I knew it. I knew it. Jessica Meany in the Wall Stalker. The Wall Stalker. Oh my fucking god, that's perfect. Bro. I cannot. Eli was guessing the combinations. It is right though. Brown, Charlotte, and DeWall all live next door in the Stoller family. On their side, Brown house is Jen Camini's house. It has shingles on the triangular roof, few windows scattered around white outside walls, and wooden planks in the interior. On the other side of all of the houses, a gigantic light blue mansion owned by Spat. Brass tilted 45 degrees to the left. A lot of the house is as wide as three houses on the other side of the street. Right next to Jessica Meany's house, Jane Peril's house. The house is identical to Jessica's house. It has white walls, shingled triangular roof, and scattered windows. The biggest difference is that there are two Ferraris in the front of the house. Uh, going for the Tate aesthetic. Got it. Well, no, Tate is all about Lambos, right? That's like his thing. Getting like 50 different Lamborghinis. Plus, in the back, there's a whole toy car track to drive around. It is a circle on the outside, but there are all sorts of twists and turns in the inside of the circle. Frankly, Bombastic's house is right next to the Jane Palaperro's house, but it's way smaller. It is made of logs on both the walls and the roof. Floor is made of unwritten rocks. Each Bombastic member, including the family's brother Joshua, took 2 months to find rocks. If replaced the floor with them. Oh my god, this is that sounds mildly racist for whatever reason. I know Franklin's white. That sounds like some sort of Africa joke. Jesus fuck. Correct, Mercury implied. Let's start moving now. All three men started marching. Innocent Agent O's up front, Mercury in the middle, Eli in back. The men didn't say anything, but continued to take each footstep in unison. They turned left at the intersection of the path. The Pentagon patio led them to the gray outside and pink inside of the building the girls are planning on blowing up Devon's house with. Hello, everyone. Mercury commanded to all of the evil crew members. I am Officer Mercury. To left of me is Officer Eli. To right of me is Agent Johnson, also or formerly known as Agent O. Oh, that's his identity. Okay, Agent Johnson. I saw a turret at the top of the building. All kids are super frightened, leaning back. Even Spat stopped singing and dancing and stood straight up. Then everybody sat normal again. First they stared at the cops and then it spat. It's not a turret, Jane yelled uncontrollably. It dispenses a bomb. Bruh, that's worse. That's worse. That's fucking worse. This makes the situation worse, Eli replied. We'll investigate other people which we think are guilty. Eli is walking around the circle. Slightly to the right is Jane. Eli ignored her. Eli ignored her. Eli kept walking around the circle. Frankly is next. Eli ignored him. He kept on walking around the circle. Next is Charlotte. Again, Eli ignored her. He kept on walking around the circle until the next one. Brown is next. What made you inspire on building this thing? Eli asked Brown. Plus, what are you trying to do? What grade are you, did I get this into? It took a long time to write. It started was in 3rd grade, and I finished it was in 8th grade, I think. 7th or 8th. I think it was 7th, actually. So, 3rd to 7th grade. Frankly did everything, Brown yelled, pointing to Frankly. Oh, is Frankly a simp? Wait, I don't think so. Frankly's just... He was bought there, just... They just bought him as a punching bag. Oh my god. Eli walked over to the other side of the room, crossing the bomb testing area. Frankly... Bruh, there are crimes all around. The officers are just ignoring all of them. Signs of crime, criminal activity. Frankly, what do you do? Eli Agent O yelled. Listen to Frankly, he's truthful. Brown is a liar. Yeah, it does. I tried to rewrite the beginning. To fix them, although there's still, like, a lot of unevenness. Yeah, exactly. When I went to the end, I returned to the beginning to make it more smooth. Because it used to be like that. But I think most of this was written in 7th grade, though. You're planning on Brown, Eli said. Sorry. I was not involved in building at all, Frankly replied. Unless Jessica picked me up to the build site to experiment with the certain charges. Brown said was going to kill me if I resist. Holy shit, what's going on? Jesus. Okay. That's actually scummy. I actually think money's involved now. I 100% think money's involved. Nobody would would live in a situation like that if it wasn't because of money. Eli walked through the circle, walking out to the other side. He crossed the bomb testing area, which looks like a giant crater. Brown, Eli said, you'll face crucial consequences. You did a lot more bad than good. Oh, fucking course. I will think out loud your consequences, so you know. I spelled No, wrong. What you will be facing, he put his pointer finger on his chin. You'll be planning on blowing up their house, so that's 6 months in jail. 6 months? 6 months only. Bruh, that's a fucking terrorism charge right there. That's a death sentence. What do you mean 6 months in jail? Well, they're minors. That's probably why. Then he'll be threatened to Then he threatened to kill Frankly with building explosives, which is one more month in jail. She should get a restraining order on him. At least. Even if you want to make like the minor excuse. Still, put a restraining order on him. Plus, he lied about the situation. He's another month worth of sitting in jail. That's not a felony. Oh my god. That's not a felony. That's just resisting arrest. That's a misdemeanor charge. What the hell? A total of 8 months sitting inside the dusty prison. Never do that again. Before Brown could say anything, Mercury yanked her arms backward around her body. Then Mercury put on her stainless steel handcuffs on her hands. Before he put a chain around her arms connected with another stainless steel wire. What can I do now, Brown whined. That replied Mercury in a nasty tone as he picked up Brown. He walked back to the police car, crossing the Pentagon pathway, the regular path in Devon's driveway. Your fault, your punishment. Back at the building, Eli is now announcing another crime to all the crew members, and this crime didn't upset them. It made everyone cheer. Now announcing the other crime Eli began. It is Spat for distracting us with an unnecessary notice. That is 4 months in jail plus saying lies every moment just to make you feel good is 3 more months. How the fuck is that illegal? There's no way that's illegal. What? Oh my fucking god. Bro, we all wish that narcissism was illegal, don't we? Bruh. Total that's 7 months in jail. Everyone evil in the room cheered for seconds, forgetting Brown was being arrested as well. As everyone cheered, Agent O is now stretching Spat's 80-pound arms back to put on quintuple XL handcuffs. 80-pound arms. Is that even... Is each arm 80 pounds? It's certainly impossible if both of them, if each one was 80 pounds. Because that would be half of his body weight. But if each one is 80 pounds, I don't even know if that's possible. The BMI of Spat must be absolutely ridiculous. So, I have no clue. Hopefully none of you need these handcuffs, Agent O announced. These handcuffs are extra large. Only fat people like Spat in the wall need them. The handcuffs look the same, but were way larger. Agent O put them on the arm pieces attached with a huge 6-inch wide cord. Once he was done, he heard a whine, and this made everyone else laugh even hard. I'm not fat, Spat cried. I'm so skinny, everyone can see my ribs plus my six-pack. All of you are the ones talking about fat. Oh, all you are the ones talking about fat. Oh my fucking god. You know, sometimes when I'm reacting to one I was in 7th or 8th grade, I might jokingly say, oh, I actually have abs. You know, I wasn't obese. I actually had abs. Although that was like, that every single time I do that, that was clearly a joke. I was not serious at all. Like, I never thought that way. I swear, I made Spat have like the most obnoxious personality ever, and it worked. It worked big time. Everyone, including Eli and Agent O, started laughing, except for Spat, who was crying. Agent O, what's with him? Eli said. Do you think it's even possible? Agent O risked. Possibly, Eli replied. Let's try. At once, both men grabbed Spat's dark blue shirt. Both men lifted him as high as they can, but it did not go well. I can't hold on that much longer, Eli said, until a third pair of hands slid in. Alright, let's go, Mercury said. He's now helping them lift up Spat. We cannot hold on much longer, so let's run into the police car. How would you run? How would running help? That's my question. I think that would make things worse. All three police officers ran at the exact same pace. They were carrying Spat over like a battering ram. No shit, they couldn't hold him on for much longer. What the hell? It took them 8 seconds to reach the car, and the gate was open, making a more direct path. Right now, all adults ducked. First, Agent O at the back stood up. He pushed Spat through the adults and into the car. Agent O shut the door afterwards. The other two adults stood up. Bye, Agent O, said Mercury to Mercury and EOI. See you soon, Eli replied as he opened up the door to the passenger seat and sat down. Then Eli closed the door. 10 seconds later, the cops are now moving down 12th Street towards Leopard Lane. I almost said Leopard. Leopard? I was thinking Leopold, like King Leopold of Belgium, the one king who basically chopped off is the colonized people's hands if they didn't work hard enough. That one. Well, actually, it's King Leopold II. Who knows about King Leopold I? He probably isn't as crazy. Yo, it's time to crank some music out, isn't it? Said Ryan. Exactly. Not yet, but I have to call the bomb company to blow up the evil fortress so we can see Jane's house again like we did in second grade. Oh man, Ryan replied, cover his mouth. Oh man, I cannot wait to see this thing get blown up to pieces. And with this defense mechanism, Devin said, we will drain out the water and use it as a security base. Nice, Ryan replied. I can't wait to do that. The nuking company is coming. The nuking company. That's one hell of a name. The nuking company is coming in 7 weeks. Devin yelled. It is long, but it would definitely be worth it. I bet Franklin will be having a playdate with Jane, and eventually he'll hear explosions and see a small smoke cloud over the blown up ruins of the build. On the other side of the fence, Charlotte and DeWall will be walking slowly back to their house, looking down with their tears crying out their eyes. The girls walked up 6 stairs on the light blue plank balcony leading to the door. Around it is a fence which had no gaps in it. From here, Devin could not see what has happened. The rest of the evil crew members turned left on the patio and walked away as Devin's crew members. Soon enough, the only living thing Devin could see is Jane Pelopero, long dragging hair, long hair dragging right behind her. He glazed at the humanless sight of a build until something distracted him. Hey, Devin, Ryan said right behind him. Devin turned around to face Ryan 2 inches away from him. 2 inches? Oh, God. Never knew Ryan had autism. By the way, I'm allowed to make that joke. I'm autistic. So, yes, I can make it. All of the water is removed from the tank. Now we can use it for protection. Awesome, Devin said, looking down at Ryan. We now just need it to dry the inside off, and we are set to start building the shelter with the rest of the crewmates. According to crewmates, where's everyone? Everyone left except me, Ryan replied. Kevin and Kate walked inside your house to celebrate how life has returned to normal finally. I'll see you soon. Bye. Devin waved at Ryan as he walked along the fence, fighting both crew structures. Ryan opened the gate. He walked through it, then he closed the brown gate behind him. Devin knew this was a safe symbol that everything is normal and they can relax once more. So that was the end. That wasn't anything related to like a giant build war or anything like that. It was just Spat calling the cops on himself and getting him and Brad arrested. Wonderful. 7 weeks later, Devin and Kevin are running outside while Kate was in the new perspective vase calling her friend Reese. Reese is a girl her age, wears circular glasses, is small and loves the color pink. Why do all girls love the color pink in this book? Fucking misogynist. Evil, evil misogynist right here. Her brown hair is dangling down about the same length as her head. I would call that dangling. That's a peculiar adjective. Devin and Kevin saw a truck pull over, which is a small white boxy truck. On the side has pictures of exploding bombs. The two doors open, revealing two men in white lab coats. They had black name tags on the left side of their chest. These men are almost identical in height, hairstyle, and hair color. They both are holding a big bomb with their hands underneath it. They both walked on the patio right to the open fence gate to the Stallers family. Devin and Kevin kept eye contact as the bombers walked up to the build. They turned from the rectangular patio to the Pentagon patio, standing right next to the entrance. How does the bombs work? Devin asks both of them. Quick could have been. Once you drop it, the bomb will count from 5, said the man on the left. After the man on the right turned around. Then it will explode any solid building touching it. To the man on the right, it will destroy every piece of steel this building, even underground. Cool, Devin replied. I can't wait to see this in action. When Devin said that phrase, he just realized that his house could possibly explode. Yeah. I mean that's what happens if you ask someone to nuke your house. Nuke your neighbor. But he trusted the white coated men as they stood there. All of a sudden, the white coated men dropped the bomb and ran out the same path as they went in. They could not hear the footsteps as a sudden noise interfered them. 5, 4, both machines said in unison. 3, 2, 1, explode. Just when Devin and Kevin heard the word explode, they saw the entrance fall apart with several explosions covering it. After that, they saw that the explosions were making pieces of metal fly from side to side. Wait. Oh, I'm right here. I lost so many brain cells I can't keep track of where I am. They saw all of the commotion and heard all of the commotion as each piece of the building fell downward. The building was being blown up to piece, being blown up piece to piece. The boys saw a big black mushroom cloud rise above their heads. When they looked back down, they saw that all of that has been destroyed. The prison in 4B2 is flooded with dirt, making none of that work, but the rest of 4 is just one big pile of exploded scrap metal. In the shape of a crater in their backyard, Devin and Kevin hopped over the fence, landing on Brown's property. Just as both of them landed, they saw both girls appear. Charlotte, 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 bruh. Charlotte and the wall walked closer to the invention. They looked downward. Both of them saw something admiring, so they both walked down there to see what it is. Let's go down there, Kevin said. Devin nodded. They both walked at the same pace to the crater until they saw this metal thing with slidable blue metal doors. Devin and Kevin walked down to the crater-shaped terrain to see what it is. On the top, it says time traveling machine, where it had 2 horizontal buttons. One said future and one other said past. Charlotte walked in there to the left corner, and it had a screen which had a sticky on top of it which said enter a number. Afterwards, the boys went in. Devin went in first. He turned right to the right corner. Over there, it had several rectangular buttons stacked on top of each other. Wait, who's in the time machine? Sorry, I lost track. I think Devin, Kevin, and Charlotte are. Over there had several rectangular buttons stacking on top of each other. The top one said seconds, then minutes, and it went all the way down to years. Then Kevin turned around. He walked backwards to the spot right in front of the door. He stood next to Charlotte and Devin. After 10 seconds, the door closed automatically. It closed in the course of 4 seconds. Inside of the teleporter, it was just plain white steel. The floor is white painted steel, and the walls and ceilings are painted white steel. There are 12 screws that organize 2x6, spanning the door vertically. Devin, Charlotte said, press the button. Weeks. Okay, Devin lied. The wall pressed. The big wall. Oh, the wall's also in there. Oh, that's wonderful. Press the big. I bet everyone's having a fun time in there with the wall. Press the big button on the left saying passed. The light is glowing orange, and Charlotte's on the keypad. On the time machine. She pressed in the number 7. The number 7 appeared on the keypad in orange. Devin knew what the girls were doing. They're going to react better to the incident and somehow save Brown not getting arrested. He got to do something. Devin looked down at the rose button. At the very bottom, it said years. He pressed that button. The button glowed red. Devin was hoping it would work. All of a sudden, the contraption started spinning counterclockwise quickly. Everyone could barely hold on. Devin saw everyone else shrink in the contraption. Devin felt him shrink a couple of inches. He heard a yell which blew his mind. Why did he press years, Charlotte yelled as she's trying to squeeze herself between the wall and the wall. I should have written between the two walls. Oh my god. That was a missed opportunity. Because it's obvious why he wanted to be press weeks, Devin tried to reply. The machine kept spinning. And that's where it ends. Are you excited for part 2? Probably not. Although that's going to be next stream. You know what? I'm not even going to try. The credits. Anyways. Oh, I did actually remove. I think I removed my name from here. I just forgot I had it down there. Alright. So anyways, final thoughts. Overall, this story was a banger. 10 out of 10. Would recommend it to anyone else. Not biased because it's my own book. No. It's just that good. But in all seriousness, it is kind of disappointing how it ended. I expected it to end like with a massive war between the boys and the girls, and then the Spat just snitched on himself, got dismantled the girls basically, and then they went into a time machine. And then the Devin was able to call a bomb squad and destroy it, or a demolition squad. The retardation of this book is getting to my head. Keep in mind, I can say that word. I'm autistic. Um, although yeah, I think overall the ending was unsatisfactory. That's what I'm trying to say. It I was expecting an all-out war between both sides and whatever, but nope. Spat just had to snitch on himself and get decapitate the crew, and then Devin could destroy the house, and they go into a time machine, which is somehow hidden underneath. So yeah, part 2 is coming in a future stream. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, dislike if you dislike, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.